Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Grace. We've got a Pilates/Sculpt class today. So a light set of weights and a magic circle is all you need. And we're gonna start standing. So make your way to one end of your mat. Have the ring on standby. We'll start with some standing and centering. So feet and legs together, hands down by your sides. Just take 3 rolls of the shoulders back. One more time, and reverse for 3. One more time. Glide the shoulders up to the ears, and then place them down your back. We'll do that again. Lift and place. One last time. Lower the shoulders to stay. Take a little bend at the knees, your plie. Lift and lengthen. Again, bend and press. For 3. For 2. Last time, we lengthen everything up. Contract to roll all the way down to your forward fold. Once you get there, a very gentle pulse of the spine down for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay in that forward fold. Take a little bend at the knees and then straighten them back out. Again, little bend and straighten. For 3. For 2. Last time, legs go straight. You root to rise, unravel your spine, bone by bone, all the way back up. Take a big wave up. Hold the hands overhead. You're finding your first position turnout, so heels together, toes apart. Pull your midline together so that you can push your hips off center. And then come through your middle, up and over to the other side. So a little side bend. We'll do one more time, each direction. As you come through center, contract to roll down into your forward fold. Gentle pulse down for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay in your forward fold. A little bend at the knees, and then pull the legs back together. Bending and straightening. Reach the crown of the head for the floor. Taking a look at your kneecaps or even the upper inner thighs. For 2. One last time. Legs go straight. Bring the feet back parallel. Grab for your ring and roll yourself all the way up to stand, unraveling the spine. We're gonna bring our shoulders and arms into it now. So heels of the hands are on your padding. As you reach the hands forward, take plie, and then press to lift. We bend to reach, press to lengthen. Last 2. One more time. Straighten the legs, bring the ring to your chest, reach out. Exhale, pull it right close to you. You've got some slight pressure in the palms here, just to start to build that connection between you and the ring. For 2. Last time, ring comes to the chest to stay. You take a big squeeze in and then control the return outwards. We press and return. Last 3. Last 2. Hold your neck, squeeze in, pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pressure, reach out, lift the ring overhead. You're just working tricep extension here. So inhale, bend back. Exhale, reach overhead. Energy through the fingertips. Being mindful not to pop the ribs forward. Gathering them together for 3. Bolt the elbows in space, last 2. You've got one more extension. The ring comes behind your head to stay. Relax the shoulders down the back and give a big squeeze into the ring. You return back. We squeeze to return. So same level of work happening in the press portion as it is to resist the ring's rebound. So trying not to let the ring just fall back open to its circle shape. For 3, 2, hold your squeeze, pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the pressure, reach the ring up and lower down to the hips. We're gonna take full range arm sweeps. We lift overhead, tricep extension, lift and press. One more time, down, back, up, and lower. Place that ring off to the side, take a big wave up, contract, roll all the way down to your forward fold, and walk yourself out into your down dog or your up stretch. So hips are high, fingertips are spread wide, and the weight is out of your wrists. We lift the heels up on an inhale. Exhale, press the heels down. Again, lift and press. Deepening the hip folds as the heels go high. For 3, 2, on 1. Lift the heels up. You shift forward to your high plank position. You can either stay right here or come onto the forearms. We're holding this for 20 more seconds. Take a breath. Can you press the heels and the crown of the head away from one another? For 10, 9, 8. In 5, you're piking the hips back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips pike back. Take a breath. Lift the heels up and press them down. For 3, for 2. One more time, lift to stay. Shift forward to that high plank. You stay here, or you come down to the forearms. You've got 10 more seconds. In 5, you're piking the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pike the hips back. 3, lower and lifts of your heels. For 2, lift the heels, shift forward 10 seconds here. 1 breath to get you really long. 1 more breath to gather the ribs. And start your descent down onto the belly as slow as you possibly can go. Untuck the toes. Bring one palm on top of the other for a moment. Just take a breath. Let the shoulders release. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders to press yourself back through tabletop all the way onto your heels. You're sitting up tall. We're gonna take a stretch for our wrists. So hands down by the sides, reach your fingertips back behind you, lead with the wrists as you lift up, and then flex to paint the palms down. We lift with the wrists and flex to paint. For 2. Next time you lift, roll the wrists as you bring the hands all the way down. Sit off to one hip. Your feet are planted, knees are bent. Grab onto your shins. Give yourself a little tug. See if you can get any higher on top of your sits bones. That inhale lengthens you up. Exhale, mini roll back. Release the hands forward, and as slow as you can go, roll yourself all the way down onto your back. Hands can land down by the side for a moment here. Bring the knees in and float them up to tabletop. Hands are coming on top of your kneecaps here. We're just gonna get into some core activation. So your arms are straight. I want you to try to push your knees towards you, but your arms are resisting. Release the pressure. We press and release. Starting to wake up the low abdominals. And remember this sensation. Take a little bookmark. Last 2. One more time, press, release the pressure, hands come down by your sides. Keeping your legs right where they are, glue them together. Tilt your legs over to the right side of the room. And then exhale, pull them back through center. Inhale to the left and center. So one knee isn't shifting further than the other. You're keeping them in line. Shoulder blades staying heavy on your mat. And now we're using those obliques to pull the legs back through your center. We'll go one more time each direction. To the left, all the way through center. This time, bolt the knees, straighten the legs up to the ceiling. Same thing, we tilt to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale to the left. and center. I don't know if you just heard that. I got a nice crack in my back. Pull the collarbones wide. One more time each direction. As you come through center, bring the knees into the chest, give them a tight hug. Send them back up to the ceiling and then fold them back into the chest. We extend up and fold in, just for 2. Hold the feet up to the ceiling. Only your right leg is lowering down towards your mat. Once you're there, point through the toes, anchor the right heel into the floor. You've got single leg circles crossing over the midline and up. Pelvis is heavy. For 3, 2, 1 more, then reverse your circle, reaching long out of that left hip. Exhales as the foot comes up. For 3, 2, on 1, hold the left foot up, scissor switch the legs, and small circles on the right leg. Only as big as you can keep the pelvis anchored here. I always opt to start small. Last 3, 2, 1 more. At the top, reverse your direction. Sink the low abdominals, pull the shoulders wide. Last 3, 2, 1 more time. At the top, lower your right leg all the way down onto your mat. You're gonna bring the left foot into passe. So bring it to the other knee. Then extend the foot straight up for the ceiling. Lower that leg all the way out. We go right passe, extend, and lower, left passe, reach, and lower. 1 more set each foot. Last time on the right, leg lowers down to stay. Lift your hands up to the ceiling, palms face forward. You flex the feet, use your roll up to curl into the frame of the arms, and all the way up over you pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the feet and then roll yourself all the way back down. We'll do that for 3 more. Lift and flex. Big exhale, take your roll over. Roll up, pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the feet, lengthen. Mindful that the shoulders don't creep up to the ears. Hollow the belly to pulse. 3, 2, 1. Point your feet, roll yourself out. You've got 1 last time. We're rolling up to stay. So curl forward, your last set of pulses for 4, 2, 1. Lift everything up this time and press the hands all the way down by your sides. You're gonna bring your legs out about as wide as your mat width. We'll come into spine stretch. If this feels a little achy on your hips like it does for me, legs in a diamond is a great second option. Wherever you are, arms on a shelf. Lift your crown off the top of the hips. Dive forward. Roll yourself back up all the way, bone by bone. Again, lift higher. Exhale, dive forward. And then roll yourself back up. You've got 2 more. Last time in your spine stretch. Come all the way back up. Lift your spine tall. Arms come up and press them down. Bring the knees together. You're gonna grab for your weights. We've got our first lower body series today. So feet are planted, arms reach out, weights are in your hands. You articulate yourself all the way down onto your back. Hands can land down by the side for a moment. Just bring your heels a little bit closer towards your glutes because we're coming into some bridging. So ideally right around underneath the knees or so. Feet are about hip width distance apart. You take that breath to settle the spine. Next full breath, curl your pelvis and then peel the hips all the way up into your bridge. Melt yourself down, bone by bone. Again, curl to peel the hips up and then melt it all the way back down. We'll do 3 like this, and then we'll bring our weights into the conversation. Last 2. On this next one, hold your hips lifted. You're going to bring your weights up towards the ceiling. Adjust the shoulder blades if you need to. Weights are going to stay right here. Instead of articulating down, keep your flat back, tap the tailbone onto the mat, and then flat back you press up. Inhale to tap and press. As you lift the hips up, you're feeling that space across the tops of your hips lengthen and send energy out through the kneecaps for 4, 3, 2. The next time that you press your hips up, keep them lifted. You're taking a tricep extension with the weights. Bring them up to the ceiling, tap the hips down, and press. Tricep extension, reach, hips lower, and press. We're going to isolate each movement for these first few, and then we'll make it a tad bit more flowy. We'll do 2 more like this. Keeping the elbows bolted in space. Last time here. Lower the hips, press them up. We work just that pelvic press for 3, 2, 1. As your hips lower, tricep extension back, hips lift, weights come with. We lower to bend, press to lift. You're here for 6. Anchor down through the heels. Last 5, 4, meeting with hips lifted in 3, in 2. Keep your hips up. You're just working the tricep extension, reach, and bend. Soften the sternum. Keep the hips up for 5. You've got that squeeze in the backs of the arms. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold the weights up. Lift the heels. Lower down. Heels up and lower. Keep the throat long, the neck long for 5. You're rolling into the balls of the feet, keeping the weight even across them for 3, 2. Hold your heels up, just halfway down, lower the hips and lift up. Halfway down and press. For 4, glutes squeezing towards your midline. Last 3, 2, on 1, hold your hips up, lower only your heels. Weights come out for a chest expansion. You squeeze the weights back up over. We open the chest and squeeze. You can either stay right where you are, or the next time the weights come up, lift the heels and then lower the heels as you open the chest. Last 4, 3, 2, on 1, heels are up, weights are over the chest, a tiny pulse in the hips up for 10, 9, 8, this is your final push here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels lower, melt all the way down. Place the weights by your sides. Bring the knees to the chest. Just give them a little hug. Ooh, my inner thighs were on for that. Send the feet up to the sky. Grab on for the ankles, the shins, and just deepen your stretch back. Beautiful. Rock and roll yourself up to seated. We're coming into rolling like a ball next. So feet together, knees apart. Wrap your arms around the outsides of your thighs. Knees press outward, arms pull inward. That's that oppositional action. Hover the feet off of your mat and use your inhale to roll back. Exhale to bring it up. Inhale back and up. 2 more times. Last time. As you come up, hold your tight ball shape. Don't lose it. Transition the hands onto your right shin. Extend the left leg and roll back to your upper contraction. We switch sides. Last 2. Last set. Knees come to the chest, hold them in tight, double leg stretch, arms and legs. Sweep the arms wide, pull the knees in. You reach to sweep. You always have the option to lower your head. If your head is off the mat today, your eyes are to your thighs the entire time. When you look up, you lose your contraction. 1 more time. Knees to the chest, lower the head. Take a breath, rock and roll yourself back up to seated. We're gonna scooch ourselves back a little bit. Bring your ring in between your ankles, just above your ankle bones. Feet are planted, you're grabbing on top of the shins. Give yourself a little hug to lengthen on top. Exhale, mini pelvic curl, hands release forward. Roll yourself all the way down onto your back. Hands can land down by the side for a moment. Bring your heels a little bit closer to you. You may even feel the ring tap the backs of your thighs. It's okay, don't worry. We're not here for long. So grab back onto your weights. They should be right where you left them. You're reaching your weights up for the ceiling. Broaden the chest. Take a big inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl forward. Weights sweep by the thighs. And then actively lengthen as you lower. Again, curl forward and lengthen. Low belly sinks so that you can contract your upper abdominals together. For 2. The next time you curl forward, hold your upper contraction. Legs float up to tabletop. They stay steady as you lower your head back down. Exhale, curl forward. Lower, lengthen. Last 3. Last 2. The next time you curl forward, you guessed it, you're holding it here. Just an inch lower back. Exhale, contract deeper. 1 inch back. 1 inch deeper. For 3. For 2. 1 more time. Hold your contraction. Legs extend straight up. They bend back. Legs reach and press. For 4. 3. You've got slight squeeze into that ring for 2. 1 more time. Tabletop to stay. Actively lengthen as you lower. Don't lose it. You're coming right back up. And lower. Knees stay stacked right over the hips. Last 2. As you curl forward, hold your contraction steady. 1 inch back, 1 inch deeper. 1 inch back and deeper. Last 3. Use the exhales, connect into the deep core for 2. On 1, hold it. Just the legs extend and bend. Energy through the toes. Every moment of that movement counts. For 3, for 2. Last time, legs bend, lift the arms, lower everything down. Take a breath. Weights can come down by the sides. Kick that ring off to this side. We won't need it for our next piece. You're extending your legs out long onto the mat. Long body stretch for a moment. Open up the ribs, open up the belly. Keep your legs long. Lift the hands and flex your feet. We're using our roll up. It's going to be very hard because we just did so much core, but pulse forward once you get there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift everything up, lengthen, and press the hands down by your sides. Get the weights out of the way. We're coming into a side lying series. So back edge of the mat is where you're at, and you're swinging the feet to the front edge. So little break at the hips here. I already know I'm gonna kick those. Okay, you're up on the forearm. 2 things like to happen. We like to push into the shoulder, so press the mat away, and then we like to drop into the ribs, so gather the ribs up. Good, release everything down, just let it go. And then exhale, gather everything up. Good, hold on to that. Your top leg lifts to hip height. We're doing a double kick and point to sweep. We kick, kick, and point. Flex, flex, point to sweep. Last time, sweep it back. Flexed foot hovers over the bottom leg. Check in with the ribs, check in with the shoulder. 5 circles in one direction. Slow circles for 3, 2, 1 more, and then reverse for 5. Push out through the bottoms of the feet. 3, 2, 1, and then lower down foot to foot. We're working our turnout. So top foot rotates up to the ceiling and then back parallel. Inhale, open, and back. That rotation comes from the hip socket. So you're bringing awareness into your femurs and your hips for 3, 2, hold your turnout, point to passe, point extend, flex to lower. We go point, point, flex it down for 2. Last time, lower, reverse, flex, point, point, flex, point, point for 2. Last time, and then rotate back parallel, swing the legs back so you're in a long line this time, and you're lowering all the way down onto your bicep. Top hand can stay on the floor, right near your chest. You're reaching your toes so far away from you that your legs lift and they lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lengthen as you come down. Keeping your underside waist activated, lifted and light for 3. Ankles squeeze together. Don't lose your midline. Hold your feet up. Flex, just that top leg goes higher. And press, lift, press. Hips are stacked. Last 3, 2, 1 more. Legs together, point, reach higher and lower all the way down. Roll right over onto your belly. We're gonna come into swan before our other side. So starting with baby swan, forehead is down on the mat, arms are at a W. We lift the head, neck, and heart forward, and then a long exhale to lower down. This is just your baby swan. We lift up and lower. One more time, up and down. We're gonna add a big swan next. So baby swan to start. Press into your palms, lift yourself up, big swan, and a long exhale to lower you back down. We'll do that again. Lift the sternum forward, press down to come up, and a long exhale to lower. Final time, big extension, long neck, and come all the way down, hands underneath your shoulders, press back into child's or rest. And then roll yourself all the way up to seated. We'll come on to our other side for side lying. So legs and body, back edge. Swing the feet to the front edge. You're on the forearm, drop down, release, and then you know what to do. You gather everything up and organize. We'll do it one more time. Release. Press down, gather up, hold it. Top leg lifts to hip height. It's a double kick, point to sweep. Flex, flex, point. Flex, flex, point. That leg is gliding on a shelf. For 3, 2, one more time. Kick, point to sweep. Hover over your bottom leg. You've got 5 of those circles, size of a basketball. They're slow and they're controlled. For 3, 2, one more. Reverse your circle. Check in with the ribs. Check in with the shoulder. For 3, 2, one more. Lower all the way down. We work the turnout. So toes rotate up to the ceiling and then back parallel. Femur stirs open and back. The next time you turn out, hold it. We come into that développé pattern. So point to passé, point extend, flex to lower. Again, point, point, flex down. For 2. Last time. Reverse, flex, point, point. Flex, point, point. Last 2. Last time, point to lower, back parallel, swing the legs, and you're all the way down on that bicep. Top hand can rest on the floor. Stack your hips, your knees, and your ankles. You pull your midline so tight together that the legs lift and lower. Actively lengthening and using the waistline to make this happen here for 4. 3, keep the head down. For 2. Hold the legs up, flex the feet, top leg goes higher, and press. Inner seams of the pants are feeling that resistance, not just as you pull away, but as you pull the legs back together. For 2. Last time, point the feet, reach higher, and lower all the way down. Beautiful job. We're gonna roll right over onto our back. We're coming into teaser. So one last little bit of core today. Your legs are long on your mat. You're reaching your hands overhead, feeling the length of the body expand, pull the ribs together. Good. Regular old teaser. Hands lift, legs lift. We roll up, try to find that balance. And then upper and lower body roll all the way down at the same time. If you want that arm circle, you circle the arms, hover to lift, and then lengthen all the way back down. You've got 2 more here. Circle. Pull the toes long, like someone's pulling you away. On this last one, hold your teaser wherever you are. Bring your hands back behind you. We've got hip circles. So legs go in one direction, up the other side, and reverse. Just 2 more sets. This becomes so much harder if you don't use your exhales. Last time each direction. Woo, okay, hold your legs up. I promise you're almost done. Teaser, you've got it. Take another deep breath here. As pretty as you can make it, and then roll it all the way down. Woo, okay, roll yourself over onto your belly. Let's open up the front line of the body for a moment. We'll come into our single leg kick. So up on the forearms, legs are long. You're pressing the pelvis down, lifting the ribs up, and the sternum forward. We'll start on the right leg. We go flex, point, lower on the left, point, lower, right, point, lower, left, point, lower. Last time each side. Lower, and then lower your chest all the way down, hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, and however you manage to get there, you press yourself into your plank, whether it's on the hands or on the forearms. You've got 10 seconds left. In 5, you're piking the hips. In 4, 3, 2, 1, pike the hips back. Lift and lower your heels for 3, for 2. Last time, lift, shift forward, 10 seconds here. Broaden the chest, broaden the back. In 5, you're piking the hips. In 4, 3, 2, 1, pike your hips back. Lower and lift the heels just for 3. We've got one last 10-second plank. I believe in you. Heels go up, you've got it. Shift forward, last 10 seconds. In 7, you're piking the hips. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pike the hips and walk your hands back to your feet. Find your forward fold, just hang out for a moment. Let the head be heavy. Take a look at the knees or even the upper inner thighs and a very gentle pulse of the spine down. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in your forward fold. A little bend at the knees and straighten them back out. We'll do that again. Bend and straighten. Last 2. Last time. Legs go straight to stay. Root down so that you can unravel yourself bone by bone all the way up. Take a big wave up and a heavy press down. Again, up and press. Last time, all the way down. Thank you so much for moving with me. I'm so glad you're here, and I will see you next time.